Today on This Week in Startups, London is calling! A very special This Week in Startups live from London town. Let's do this, Tyler.
That's what it's all about, man. They said money is the root of all evil. What? Funny how it feeds my people. We ain't gonna live like equals until we get the money, spend the money, and defeat you. Yeah, money is the root of all evil. What? Funny how it feeds my people. Yeah, we ain't gonna live like equals until we get the money, spend the money, and defeat you.
Hello, everybody. It's a very, very special This Week in Startups.
What's up with your ties?
I am wearing ties today. Not one, but two ties. I'm wearing ties because I'm going to go speak at John Patel's Signal Conference, at which I am going to destroy the content industry on the internet. So I want to wear a tie because it's sort of like a funeral. I'm gonna murder some companies. So I figure I might as well wear the tie now.
I have not heard of a two-tie. It's like a...
It's a two-tie event!
Two-tie
no, I
event?
couldn't pick.
Like
So anyhow, I don't know what the people in the chat room think, but I wanted to go pink because that shows I'm confident enough to wear pink, and I'm crazy as frack. So what do you guys think? Do you guys like the blue? Let me just do this here. Hold on a second. There's a way to do this properly. Okay, here we go. La 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 la, like a haberdasher at Barney's. La la la.
Yeah.
You know when you go to your personal shopper at Barney's, Tyler?
Yep, I do.
You know, you can relate.
Yep.
When you go to your personal shopper when he comes to your house with a bunch of stuff? Yeah, I don't have that, but anyway. Okay, so what do you guys think of Taiwan blue and pink? Okay, that looks pretty tight. All right, let's look at this one. This is by Hugo. This is by Hugo. A little Hugo. Ah, la 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 la. This is alors c'est bon. What do you guys think of the pink? You guys like the pink or no? All right. Who likes this one? Who likes this one? All right, people like the pink. We're going pink. All right, so everybody knows that we have insane fans across. My God, I am on fire today. My hair is. What the heck is going on with that hair? Oh, Jesus. I got to do something about this hair. Everybody knows we have insane fans around the globe. The two most insane, most rabid fans are London and Paris. Today, the fans in Paris are not with us, but our London fans are here. They had 7 great startups in that room present to the London Twist fans. They picked the best 3, and today we're going to hear from 3 awesome startups. They're going to demo, show us their goods, and then we're going to talk about how much they kick ass.
Okay.
Sounds like a plan.
Sure.
Something else that kicks ass, go-to-meeting. I have to go to meetings all day long. This is true. I've run very many large, important companies now. Mahalo, 100-plus people. This Weekend, 10-plus people. Launch conference and newsletter, 6 people. I'm very busy. And the way I'm able to handle all this nonsense and keep up with everything is go-to meeting. I have to go to a lot of meetings. And what do? I just tell people, I'm not getting on a plane. I'm not getting on a train. I can't make it to your office, but I will click on a link from GoToMeeting and have you show me what you're working on. Have 10 people in the chat room, and we'll get it done in 20 minutes. That's how you get on my schedule. Say, hey, can we schedule a GoToMeeting? Right now, I'm telling you right now, any 3 people that want to meet with me and Tyler for free advice, all you have to do right now is tweet, I love GoToMeeting. I love GoToMeeting. Put the #Twist hashtag on it. Tyler and I will take 3 meetings. 20-minute meetings. You send us the GoToMeeting URL, and we'll click on it. How's that? 3 free meetings. That's an hour of our time. That's worth at least $10,000. $9,600 for me, $400 for you.
Right.
That's about right.
That's about right.
That's about right. What is your consulting rate? $400 an hour? $500 an hour? If somebody wanted to ask Tyler to come into their business for 2 hours to talk about social media strategy, whatever, you charge them a G. 2 Gs?
Depends on who they are, what they're doing, how cool their thing is.
So it could be free or it could be 2 Gs.
It's probably in the 500 range.
500 range for 2 hours, $250 an hour. So what I'm offering right now has true value, just like GoToMeeting has true value. I have 100 people in the launch pad, which is like the demo pit style area at the conference in 2 weeks at launch. I'm going to have all 100 companies on a GoToMeeting. I may break it up into 3, so we have 30 each, so that more people can ask questions. But anyway, I'm going to have them all on a GoToMeeting. And we're going to have a presentation on how to kick ass. in the demo pit / launchpad, whatever you want to call it. And that's going to really help because people will be able to see the slides, ask questions, moderators, text. It just works. And that's what I'm trying to explain to people. Week after week, I tell you guys, GoToMeeting just works. Please, please go try it and use the code START. And let's start using GoToMeeting instead of wasting time and fossil fuels, destroying the planet. If you want to destroy the planet, get on a flight. If you love the planet Earth.
Oh, wow. They never really take the green angle on the
I'm taking the green angle. I'm taking it.
Yeah. Why don't they do that?
Why? I don't know. Listen, that's why they rely on people like us, Tyler.
Right.
To get the message out.
Yes.
You know, the marketing manager GoToMeeting is probably a really brilliant guy. I've never met him, or gal. But they need us to explain the virtues of this because we're users, consumers of the product.
Stop destroying the planet.
If you hate children.
Global warming.
If you hate children and trees
Yeah.
and the planet Earth, by all means, get on a flight. If you love children, the planet, trees, and Earth, use GoToMeeting.
Right.
That's my pitch.
Right.
I think I just lost them as a sponsor.
No, but it's a good pitch.
It's a pretty good pitch. Okay, so Steve Schofield, London is calling. That was the cue, Will. Let me hear it. Let me hear it. All right. Steve, how many nerds showed up tonight? How many nerds? By a show of hands, how many nerds? Nerds?
Nerds.
All right, now the geeks? Geeks? All right, looks like about 50-50. That's your typical London meetup. Hey, Will.
Yeah.
Is London calling?
Now war is declared, and battle come down.
There they are. London is calling. They're calling in.
London.
I love that.
It's
I love the
Schofield, by the
Clash.
way.
You know I have every album on Clash on my iPhone, iPod, blah, blah, blah. And that's what I listen to when I want to, like, kick ass. Before I do a talk, I put my headphones on, and I listen to the Clash.
Really? That's not hip-hop.
And you happen to know my daughter's name is London.
Right.
London Calling, London, Clash. I don't want to tell anybody why I named my daughter after a Clash song, but sort of was one of the reasons I liked London was because of London Calling. Okay, Steve, are you there?
I am here.
Okay, Steve.
Hello. Welcome to London.
I'm thrilled to be back in London. And you literally, quite literally, had 7 startups pitch tonight.
Yeah.
You had 7 startups pitch, and then you voted which ones were the 3 best, correct?
Correct.
And how many people came out tonight? Looks like about
Correct.
50? Did you get about 50 people?
Well, we set a limit of 50, so we probably managed to squeeze a few more in than that. So yeah, 50 plus.
Ah,
definitely.
so standing room only kind of situation. I understand. So maybe next time we'll get a 100-person venue or something like that. And Steve,
Exactly.
you organized this international meetup all on your own. We have nothing to do with it. We don't give you any support except I tweeted and we put you on air. Why do you do this? Like, I mean, explain to me the thinking of a superfan here.
Cool. So I am an entrepreneur. Recently started on this particular journey. I love it. I'm in the process of creating what I want to be a successful technology startup business. I'm an avid technology geek. I figured that by meeting fellow technology geeks, potential investors, creating a cool event that people want to come to, eventually I'm going to have enough favors built up that I can call them in at the right time.
Let me tell you something. That's exactly how I started my career, was hosting events, hosting dinners. And then everybody wanted to come to them. I got, like those last 5 people you got in the door, man, they really owe you a favor because you snuck them in ahead of the other 10 people on the wait list, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, everybody remembers who buys dinner. Everybody remembers who hosted the event. Brilliant strategy for getting yourself going. Are we ready to have a company demo?
Sorry, say that again?
Are we ready for a company demo?
Absolutely, yeah, for sure. So our first company actually pitched, not this time. We had a meetup that was in no way sort of related to the live show. We just did it off our own backs, got together, and the winner of that pitch was a company called Tripod. And so those guys, as virtue of that, they pre-qualified. So they're going to be the first company up pitching to you guys. So I welcome Sally from Tripod.
All right. Let's hear it. Let's hear it. All right, Sally. All right, Sally. Here we go. The name of the company is Tripod. B-O-D.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Let's turn let's turn her up a little bit so we make sure we don't lose any of the words. Can you give me a count backwards from 10?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, hold on. Let me check. All right, that was correct. That was correct. You counted backwards from 10 correct. We can hear you 5 by 5. Let's give us 60 seconds on the clock, and let's hear your pitch.
So it's fantastic to be here tonight to introduce Tripod to you. We can all remember times when we have been traveling and we've had this experience thanks to a chance meeting with a great local person. Well, we are here to make those great experiences happen every time you travel. Tripod.com connects you online with hand-picked, trusted local experts in the places you want to visit, because we all know that the most current and best information for your trip is going to come from the people on the inside track. As Tripbods in 70 countries worldwide, we are your friend at the other end. Our customers tend to be independent travelers who are curious and discerning, and they're kind of uninspired by the off-the-shelf products that are available out there at the moment. We also don't have heaps of time to spend trawling the internet and just to get frustrated when we can't find the answer that we're looking for, and that's where Tripod comes in. Our business model is based on taking a commission from a transaction that takes place between a Tripod and their traveler, and what we're looking to do in 2011 is build inventory of the local knowledge available through Tripod.
Awesome. Well done. Well done. I totally understood the pitch. Hey, guys, I loved it. I loved it. I loved the pitch. You're going somewhere. Hey, can I get my engineer in here to put in the Wi-Fi password for this week in here? We forgot to put the Wi-Fi password in, guys. And I want to show the website because it's a good-looking website. So let me see if I understand this concept, Tyler. You want to go somewhere, France, Spain. Hey, we went to Barcelona, remember? And Terry Jones took us out. We were drinking a Mono till all hours of the morning. He's taking us to these dope places. And he was local, right? Was our experience in Barcelona with Terry Jones, a Fluid DB.
Now called Fluid Info, but yeah.
Now called Fluid Info, whatever. Yeah. We're getting a plug in there for him. Okay. We like him. Yeah. Was our experience not enhanced by a local and an del Mono?
So she should. Are you saying she should include alcohol as part of her?
I absolutely think that anytime you should be like, I want to meet somebody who's in the arts, and I would like to drink the following beverage. But anyway, let's put alcohol aside for a second.
Yeah, the local.
You can do it right here. Don't worry about it. It's
the
fine.
Local way to go is the way to go.
It is a genius idea.
Yeah.
I love this. Now, how do you know? I'm going to ask a couple follow-up questions.
Good-looking site as well.
It's a good-looking site. How long is the site? I'm going to ask some follow-up questions. Number one, how long has the site been in operation? Number two, how do you qualify the people I'm going to meet on the other end? Number three, will you please stop using your friend on the other end? Because I'm starting to feel like this might be a different type of site than you're pitching it as.
Okay, so answer number three, sure. Answer to number one is we launched in September 2009, so we've been going for about 14, 15 months. And we have a unique vetting system. We basically set out to quality assure the initial 200 Tripbods, so we could build within our kind of core Tripbod network and then scale from there. So we made 95% of that automated, which was great because it saved us a load of time and all would take place online. But we do a 15-minute Skype interview with every Tripbod as well. We get references. So not only has every Tripbod been assured for being reliable and trusted, we also want to make sure that they have the kind of local knowledge that's really going to make your trip to Barcelona top. And our Tripbod in Barcelona tends to help people in very similar ways to the ways you guys enjoyed Barcelona. We get a lot of questions about where the best places are to go and party with the locals or eat where locals eat, get off the beaten tourist track, and that's what's most important for us when vetting our Tripbods.
This idea. Have you raised angel money yet?
We've raised a small amount of money. I think what we need to do in the next 3 to 6 months is raise some more to help us achieve this next stage where we want to really scale this thing.
I feel like I might do it right now. This is a great idea. I'm really liking it. My wife's going to kill me because my wife keeps saying, stop investing in all these companies. You're out of control. But this is a company I want to invest. Hey, what are you doing February 23rd and 24th? Is there any chance I can get you to come as my guest and give you a table at the launch conference? Introduce you to some angels?
I would love that.
All right, I'll tell you what.
That would be...
So you cut out for a second, but I saw you. I saw a huge smile.
She's speechless.
I saw you. She's
I just basically said this.
Yes, I saw the big smile. So basically, I'm going to give you a table. I'm going to give you 3 or 4 tickets, whatever you need to man the booth, and I'm going to personally introduce you to some angels, because I love this idea. It's a genius idea. How does the business work? Is there a business here? Am I paying the local person something?
Yeah. So basically, at the moment, you pay for the amount of local knowledge that you're going to access from them, and we take a small commission. And what we're looking to do is to develop that product to give the trip bots more flexibility in the kind of products that they offer, and again, we'll be on a commission basis. So we do have some users at the moment and some traction, and we want to now expand that rapidly.
All right. Should I do the angel negotiation on the air? People want to see how a gangster angel negotiation.
You're going to mess up her evaluation when she goes to the conference.
No. Let me tell you something. When she says Jason Calacanis is investing and advising, it's going to bring people in. Ask the Belgrave Trust. I just invested in Belgrave Trust. A lot of people are following into Belgrave Trust now. Everybody sees the genius of it.
That's the green.
That's the green thing.
Carbon offset.
Carbon offset.
Yeah.
You put a sticker on your laptop.
Yes.
And you buy the sticker for $50 or whatever it is, and now your laptop's carbon offset for life. It's genius. So I told them, why don't you make a moleskin pad that I can buy for $50 that plants a tree as well. So I can feel better. Forget about carbon offsets, but what about trees? So, you know, if you're an affluent person and you want to, or not even anybody can afford an extra $25, and $25 is easy. If you want to give somebody a gift for Christmas, I give them a moleskin that has a Belgrave Trust on the back, and it says, for every 5 of these bought, we're going to plant a tree. You just planted 1/5 of a tree, or you planted a sapling that's going to be planted in Brooklyn or here or there. I mean, I love this idea of matching Etsy. It's like Belgrave Trust is Etsy plus, I don't know, like Costcast. What I think that this is Trip Bod, which is really, it's like Trip Bud. Does Bod mean buddy in London?
Bod is like it's a colloquialism that's like a person. A bod is just a person, a human being.
See, I think that's London, because they speak in the UK, they speak London. See, in the United States we speak English, and in the UK they speak London. So bod is a London word, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
So it just means bud. So we got to try and get Trip Bud, or Trip Buddy, something like that, a little bit better.
Buddy, yeah.
I like it. And here's what I think you should do. I think you should put, this is my marketing plan. This is the kind of angel value add that I bring. What I think we should do is we should put a celebrity type, internet type celebrity in each city. And if you donate $500 to their charity, they go have coffee with you and walk you around the town and take you to like 2 or 3 places if you donate. Like, so if I became an angel, I'd say, hey, once every quarter, a couple times a year, if you donate $500, I'll take you for tapas at my favorite tapas place in Santa Monica. I'll take you to a bar for drinks, and I'll introduce you to a company entertainment. Whatever. You could have actually some people who. So this is like Airbnb. This is like the other part of Airbnb. The truth is, people use Airbnb not just for the couch.
Right.
I think half the value of Airbnb is not saving money. That's the other half.
Right.
The important half is meeting somebody who you might be able to chill with and get a couple beverages at a local place who speaks the language or understands the thing. I love this idea.
Thank you, and I'm so glad that you're going to be our trip bot as well. I'm really happy to hear that.
Yeah, I like it a lot. I just think it's a genius idea, and it's like one of those great, like Airbnb. People, they prove to the industry that a weird idea that seems to be hard to implement can become huge quickly. That's what I love about Airbnb, and that's what I love about this thing. You have any thoughts on this, Tyler?
I used to. Oddly, I come from a very cool town down in San Diego, and I used to imagine we don't get a lot of tourists there, but I kind of like that now. But growing up, I used to wonder, like, why are there no tourists here? Like,
they don't know.
This is one of the best cities on earth. Like, I would love to show people around that town because I know that town better than anybody.
I know. You took me to that dope place. That's like you took me to that Mexican place that you would. It's like on some back alley.
Yeah.
You park and like there's dirt kicking up and there's chickens running around.
Yeah.
It looks like you're in like
exactly.
Somewhere in Mexico.
That's right. You might as well.
You might as well be.
Yeah.
That's what I love about this idea.
Yeah.
Most people think San Diego. You know what they think? Ron Burgundy. Or they think about that goddamn SeaWorld that I hate.
Yeah.
They think about those evil people at SeaWorld who put the orcas in like fish tanks.
Yeah.
How do they live with themselves?
Yeah.
I hate SeaWorld.
Not good.
If you work at SeaWorld, can you look yourself in the mirror and then just like ask yourself,
You're taking a detour with this.
I'm taking a little detour, but the SeaWorld thing makes me crazy.
Yeah.
Who in their right minds thinks that taking a huge orca and putting them in a goddamn fishbowl is a good idea?
This would be if you were going to go see San Diego.
It's like Planet of the Apes. I feel like, like SeaWorld, the existence of SeaWorld is like a science fiction, like a short science fiction thing. Like it's like a Twilight Zone episode.
It
would be like putting humans.
A whale in a fish
somebody
tank,
should.
yeah.
This is the movie I'm going to produce. This is my Twilight Zone episode.
This should be good. Go ahead.
A bunch of humans are put into fish tanks and they perform, and then when they pan out and you see what it is, it's a bunch of orcas in the audience. That would be genius. Like literally huge orcas just sitting there like, that's interesting. Yeah, oh, very nice. And like the humans are getting whipped and like, trying to bounce balls on their head. Be awesome. Anyway.
But if you were going to come back to to revive her pitch, if someone were to come to San Diego, and most of them do go to SeaWorld, unfortunately, you would be much better served by having a local show. San Diego is one of those towns where if you have a local show year-round,
amazing experience.
It's totally different than the tourist angle.
What people don't know is a site like Tripod in San Diego would get those people going to SeaWorld, and instead of them doing that horrible experience at SeaWorld, it would actually get them to go on a whaling boat and see whales and sea lions. I'm not taking my daughter to SeaWorld ever. If I take her to SeaWorld, it's because we're going to be protesting out front. I'm dead serious. I'll take her on the whale watching tour. Why? I mean, literally, the whale watching tour is half the price of the tickets to SeaWorld. It is.
It is, yeah.
Half the price and 10 times the value. F you, SeaWorld. A+. I give Tripod. I give the pitch like an 8.5. I think you did a wonderful job pitching it. It was a little bit of AV problems. Maybe it was a 10, but I don't know. The AV problems are, they'll across the pond is causing a little problem. I give the business idea literally, quite literally, a 9. 9.5. I mean, that's big praise. I mean, Groupon's a 10, Facebook's a 10. I'm giving this like 9 and 9. What do you give it?
The pitch, 8, right. And the idea is 8.5, 9, yeah.
All right. You did a great job. Awesome. I love it. You're coming to launch. I got you a bunch of tickets. I'm going to take you to a VIP party personally, but only one of you come to a VIP party. And make sure you have T-shirts. When you go to an event like this, wear T-shirts, hats with your brand on it, on the front and the back. Spend $15 a person on a couple T-shirts. I can't tell you how many people come to an event like this. They don't wear their brand. Nobody knows. Like, who are you?
And on the back, she could have "Stop Killing Orcas."
Yes. Why do you hate the planet? All right, great job. Let's get the next company up here. Let's hear it for Tripod. Holy cow, Steve! You did a great job already. I mean, 1 for 1. Give us the next company. Let's do this.
Okay, the next company is actually the winner of tonight's pitching event. So let's see what happens here. I give you Y receipts. Yeah.
All right. Y receipts. All right. This is a good-looking guy. Good-looking guy with a nice hair. Got the blue shirt on. You married?
No pink tie though.
No pink tie. You married?
No.
Not married.
But I'm happy in a very, very nice relationship.
All right. Did you meet the young, attractive lady from Tripod by chance? Yeah?
No, I met her today, but it's not the same.
Okay. I'm not trying to get you in trouble, but he's a handsome-looking man. Okay, you have 60 seconds on the clock. Are you ready?
Yes.
Tell me your name.
Alex.
Alex. It's like a one-word name. You know, like Madonna? Mm-hmm. It's like Madonna. It's just Alex. No less than. All right, Alex. 3, 2, go.
Hi, we're Y Receipts, and what we do is give all of us shoppers the option to get receipts emailed rather than printed. It's absolutely brilliant. If you want, you can see it as email receipts for offline purchases. The benefits are amazing. Reduce clutter in your wallet, reduce the risk of losing receipts, simplify your returns and warranties, and make it really easy to file your expenses. It's absolutely huge. Retailers love it. they don't only love it because it makes their customers happy, but also because we give them the option to integrate targeted and transactional advertisements. They can integrate offers and promotions and ads relevant to each individual customer. They can also receive direct feedback from their shoppers, all through one click through the receipt, which has never been done before on paper receipts, because we can share directly with the store manager the minute and second it has been posted. Shoppers can also share their experience on Facebook and Twitter with their friends, increasing brand reach for the retailers, which is obviously also good. And because our receipts are paperless, it's a green solution for retailers, which is a big issue right now. That's why receipts.
It's a great idea. I'm sorry, I have a little tech problem on my laptop, so I couldn't bring up the site, but I will ask while I give my overview for the team to pull it up on the screen. Actually, I'm going to let Tyler go first on this one. And I'm going to ask that my engineers please pull up the Y Receipts page where they actually show the actual receipt, which is not on the home page. Oh, God, come on, guys. You got to put that receipt, that big, beautiful receipt on the home page. That's what it's about. Click on the business tab. On the business tab, you see the big, beautiful receipt. I hate to do website design after such a great pitch, but come on now. That big, beautiful receipt is what people want on the home page. Zoom in on it. The way you zoom is with that control and slide in and out, tech guys. I have to give the tech guys instructions.
It's a rotating image on the homepage.
Oh, okay. But this is the money shot right there. Okay. Yeah. Hey guys, when you zoom in though, you want to zoom in on the receipt part. The receipt part. Come on now. Okay, Tyler.
Yes.
What do you think?
I've had this idea kicking around in my mind for a long time. I almost did this idea.
So it's brilliant.
It is brilliant. And I interviewed lots of people, and this is what I would always ask them. Name the one retailer that you go to that offers you a receipt via email. The option to have your receipt via email. 99% of people know this in less than a second.
Really?
Yes.
Exactly.
Okay.
You know the answer?
What?
99% of people get it right.
Wait, say it again. You confused me.
What retailer that you go to?
What retailer? Apple.
Yes.
Yeah, Apple gets it right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they say at Apple Store they say, would you like us to kill a tree, or would you like us to email you something that you're not going to lose?
So now the next step of this is you go to the Apple Store. You can ask 100 people this, and everyone will get this in under a second. Actually, I asked Ed Williams this, and he was the only person to get it even further. He said, actually, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking Apple. There's actually two.
Wait. So when you go to Starbucks, they don't email you your receipt, although that would be way dope to get your email receipt from Starbucks with a coupon on it.
Yes.
But anyway, putting that aside, another person who emails you your receipt.
Yeah, you won't get this.
It's a major retailer?
No.
Is it a restaurant?
No. So it's this tiny. This was Williams. He goes, there's actually two. There's Apple. There's also a tiny little boutique in downtown San Francisco. Tiny, one shop, tiny.
Right, so that person had the idea
400 square feet. And I speak to them, get them on the phone, like, how did you do this? Like, what POS? This guy spent a fortune of his own money to build his own POS system so that he could offer email receipts.
Genius.
Yeah, but ridiculous at the same time.
So give him some scores. How do you present?
The idea's a 10. I love
idea's
this idea.
a 10, straight
But we've also had this, I've also, someone pitched this one time for OAF as well. Yeah, I think the idea is huge. It shocks me that it doesn't exist, ubiquitously. I think it will. I think a bunch of people will jump into this, and the POS people are just going to have to wake up and plug this in. But
can you stop saying POS?
Point of sale.
No, it's not that. I want the whole world to stop saying POS, because when I think of POS, you know what I think of?
No.
Piece of.
Oh, really?
That was what we said in Brooklyn.
No.
We'd say to somebody,
cash register.
That guy is such a POS.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It was like when we say bag on this show, that guy's such a bag.
Yeah.
We'd say it's a POS.
Oh, the point of sale system.
POS bag.
Okay.
It is point of sale, but it also means piece of sugar.
Software.
Piece of software. Exactly. All right, so you give it a 10 on business.
How did
Alex?
The pitch was amazing. It was unbelievable. It was absolutely huge.
Jesus Christ, this guy's like Steve Jobs.
Exactly. Like you had to drop in 3 different times. It's absolutely amazing.
It's absolutely amazing. Smashing. It's brilliant.
It's absolutely brilliant.
It's literally brilliant.
Yeah. So
I want to live in London for a year. I would like to live in London.
I could have done without the hard sell.
At what point, living in London, how many months into living in London can I start talking with an accent? without being a D-bag. POS. There's got to be because Madonna talks with an English accent now, and she's American.
Yeah, she's been there 10 years now.
I know, that's what I'm asking. So how many months and years does it take before you can do it without being
I don't know.
a JO?
I have no idea.
POS bag. Alex, how many months to years do I need to live in London in order to start talking cool like you?
Now answering this question is probably not right for me. I live here for 5 years and I still have a German accent. So you probably would need maybe a few months, couple of months, 3 months.
Let me hear you, Alex, say brilliant.
Then you're in, mate.
Say brilliant.
Say again?
Say brilliant.
Brilliant.
Say brilliant, mate.
Brilliant, mate. Or
Say that's literally brilliant, mate.
Brilliant, mate.
Okay.
Well done, mate.
All right. Anyway, so I give his pitch like 8. It could have done better, actually, because it's so cool. Yeah. But it wasn't bad. It was just good. It was like a serviceable pitch. Yeah. I don't think there was any pitch kung fu in there.
It was kind of German.
He was actually in a way, like how a German. It's like when you go to the Mercedes thing. They're like, yeah, it drives. It's a good car.
It goes,
it's just like it goes. They're like, it's like it's a Mercedes. Like, come on, sell.
Right.
The Germans are always so understated.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I give the business idea like 9.5, 10. It's obvious why you won because everybody wants this kind of thing. Mm-hmm. The execution is quite nice. The website is quite nice. Why Receipts is not a horrible name. It's not a legendary name, but it's a good name. It's a good, solid name. Yeah. Why Receipts? Why do you give receipts? Or yes, receipts. Or well, anyway, it's good. So I give the idea like a 9.5. I give the pitch like an 8. I think we both agree that.
I'm guessing e-receipts was taken, so you went with it.
Well, e-receipts is not as good as Y Receipts actually, because e-receipts just seems generic. Yeah. Let's go on to the next pitch. You did great, Alex.
Thank you. Bye.
Hey, I forgot to tell Alex. I might also. Hey, Steve, you're crushing it. I'm very proud of you and the job you're doing at the Twist International Meetup in London. Steve, this is a legendary group of pitches. I'm blown away. This is like Open Angel Forum publicly done. I mean, these companies are all fundable. Steve, I want to extend the same invitation I made to Tripod to Y Receipts, which is they're my guest at the event, and I'm going to send over my Mahalo private jet to pick them up. I don't have the jet yet. It's an imaginary jet. So they have to understand that this is an imaginary jet. It doesn't exist. Yeah. It's like Wonder Woman's jet. It's invisible.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to get that reference. But anyway,
I'll make sure they come when I bring Sally over.
Okay, good. All right, give us the last one. Let's do the last one. I can't believe how good these are. I can't wait to see the next one.
Since you're so impressed, I'm just going to kind of test how many credits we've earned because I actually really want to squeeze 2 in. So
if we can do this next one in under 5 minutes, I'll go for a 4th.
I know you've got to shoot off, so okay, cool.
Give us the next one. We'll do it in 5 minutes, and maybe we'll squeeze a 4th. And let's do it. Come on.
Okay, cool. So next up is Going Bike. Hey, Jason.
Hey, what's your name, mate?
James.
James? Okay, another one word. Nobody's got a last name in London anymore. Everybody just goes for the one name.
It's all very hush-hush.
All right, that's okay. Listen, you guys are all very sexy and very one-name-ish. I'm going to go to just Jason. Like, I'm going to change my Twitter handle from Jason Calacanis to just @Jason.
You already did.
It already is. You're right. Okay. Going Bike by James in 60 seconds. 3, 2, go.
Okay. Going Bike is a online platform, legitimate online platform for bikes. We hate bike thieves in a nutshell. In the UK last year, 540,000 bikes got stolen. Just to put it in perspective, because America is a lot bigger, that's about 1 in 8, about 4 million new bikes got sold last year. So about 1 in 8 bikes got nicked. That's quite a lot. We put in place a very simple platform. It's kind of similar to eBay. We have a success-based commission. We work with police, we work with bike registers and a few sort of secret techniques to make sure that people don't sell stolen stuff on our site. It's been very popularly received so far, but the only people that don't like us are bike thieves, especially we've got one of them arrested a couple of weeks ago. So that's it in a nutshell.
Awesome. Very well done. I'm going to tell you right now, the idea of having a bike auction site and centralizing, all great. I love the fact that he used the word nicked. Now I got a new English word. I can a new London word from the London language, nicked, which is stolen. We don't use that in the U.S. as much as we should. I'm going to start using nicked. However, I will say that this pitch failed because he glossed over the proprietary technique of how they make sure that stolen bikes are not done. This left me wanting too much more. I like wanting more. And I like the fact that they caught a bike thief last week. And I agree with him. We all hate bike thieves. But he said they had some proprietary algorithm techniques for making sure there's not stolen bikes. Well, you know what? The people who are bike thieves know this thing already. They figured it out because they're on your site already trying to figure out how to deal with this. So my question is, what is that proprietary technique? You know, that's where this fell down for me. Tyler, what did you think of the pitch?
He didn't. This is interesting. Remember the guest we had here, Tony Conrad from True?
Yes,
recently,
he did a great interview.
And he said something during that interview that really struck me, which was if you listen to something about the way the guy's pitching, like you hear into it. I don't feel totally convinced that he likes this idea.
Right, because it felt like it was a superficial description of the business.
Yeah, just
calling it like, hey, it's an eBay of bikes. Like, well, who cares? But then you start getting into the nitty gritty, like, oh, there's something about stolen bikes that this is addressing, but we never got that payoff.
I don't know, but he said.
So when you put it on a pitch, is it what?
He had an
Give me a number.
It was a unique pitch in that he had an apologetic tone to it as he was giving it, which I interpreted. I'm just throwing that out there so that you don't. If I am hearing this, that you don't.
Yeah, it's a little
make
weird,
that same.
James, defend yourself.
Well, I think as briefly we tend to be a little bit less sort of gung ho about some of our stuff. So I think the idea. I do believe in the idea. I think it does stand for itself. I think it's been working very well. So
I'm not criticizing the idea at all. I'm criticizing the delivery.
Yeah. Hold on a second.
It's good feedback. I mean, I'll ramp it up.
All right, hold on 1 second, James. London calling, please. Nice and loud. Let me hear it. Let's get. Let me hear that. Okay, that's a little bit of excitement. Will, let me get a little theme music here with the London calling. Louder. London calling. You gotta pitch with more confidence.
Yeah.
F this being totally humble. You gotta get out there and kick some ass. Stop being so humble and kick some ass. Okay? Enough with the music. Are you feeling a little bit more punk rock?
Yeah, I'm feeling up for it now. Should we do it again?
All right. So now just give us 20 seconds, just 20 seconds, about why it kicks ass. Go.
Okay. It kicks ass because we work with the police, so we have really good contacts, so we can really action any sort of thieves we find. It kicks ass because we've got work with bike registers. We have a good relationship with them, so we can check things like frame numbers. And it kicks ass because it's been very popularly received and it's got really good press from the cycling. We've done some cool partnerships with major sponsors. Like one of the biggest UK cyclist auctions, Bike Through Us last year. We raised like 15,000 quid for charity.
Great. Okay.
And it kicks ass for a number of reasons.
Good. That was better. It wasn't perfect. You're not there yet. But I will say the energy was better. There was some enthusiasm, and I felt like you care.
Yeah.
Which is what we needed. We need to feel like you care about this idea. If you don't care about it, why should we?
Right. We're going to interpret your emotional tone
right.
as part of how excited someone gets about this. You can't expect someone else to get more excited about it than you are.
Transference of enthusiasm.
Right.
You have to transfer your enthusiasm to the people who are your customers, your partners, your investors, the press. You got to transfer that enthusiasm, man. You got to get punk rock. So here's how you be a little more punk rock, okay? Here's my Clash prescription for you. This is my punk rock prescription.
Yeah.
You put on the top of this website how many bike thieves that you've caught.
Oh, exactly.
Now you're punk rock. We catch bike thieves. We hate bike thieves. Everybody hates
Keep a photo
list. Photo log that
yeah.
39 minutes in. Frack, keep costing me money. All right, anyway, you did good. The idea's good. I heard that they have the frame numbers, all that stuff. People are registering their bikes. Maybe they register their bikes with some secret stuff, like maybe they say on the registration, I have my initials here, or I did this, so that when the bike does get done, I'm kind of reading into it a little bit, but I think there's some secret sauce. Really good idea. Great. Awesome. Good job to Going Bike. This is really what the show is all about.
So one more. We
Okay.
got one more?
Yes, let's do it real quick.
Okay, Josh from Minute Box.
My name is Josh, and I'm from Minibox. And Minibox, we are an expertise monetization engine for users to buy and sell advice online by multimedia chat. So on one hand, we want to help people with the domain knowledge to monetize that in small units of time. They can also leverage their online reputation and then to earn the most profit from their domain knowledge. On the other hand, we want to help people with the problem to easily identify the domain expert and get the consultation they need in a very flexible and cost-efficient way. So our vision is to make human expertise accessible and affordable, and we want to be the best facilitator of knowledge sharing, making it social and simple. So thank you very much.
Okay. Well done. What's great about this pitch is the guy doesn't speak English as a primary language, but I got it. He spoke nice and slow, nice and clear. Like if I was given the pitch in French or London, like if I had to speak London and give a pitch, I would be very careful that I slow down, I explain it simply, right? And he did that. I was a little nervous for him when he started because I'm like, oh, anytime I get somebody who's from out of the United States pitching in English, sometimes they have a hard time with the language. They go too fast or they're not clear. This was actually clear, which I like. And I always work with, the Tonchi Dots who were great on TechCrunch 50 or Israeli companies. Like, hey, let me just tell you, you got to speak clearly, enunciate, and be extra clear. You got to focus on that when you're giving a pitch in not your native language. When it's not your native language, you got to be extra, extra clear. And this is very clear. You find an expert to solve your problems. It's like there's a bunch of expert sites that do this. Now, what I don't like about this is that it's wide, too wide. I think it should be just IT. Pick a category and do it well because it's going to be very hard for this to get traction. But the idea is like an 8 or 9. It's already proven. There's multiple sites that make millions of dollars a year, tens of millions of dollars a year, doing this exact thing. In terms of the pitch, I give the pitch a 7 or so because it didn't have why we're better than the rest, right? It's sort of people have been doing this, but here's our general, here's why we do it better than anybody else. But a good-looking site. I like the name Minute Box.
Yeah.
And I like one-to-one live video expert. I have to tell you, all 4 of these sites I would consider angel investing in, and all 4 I invite to come to the launch conference and be in the demo pit as our guest. So good job. Tyler, give us your thoughts on Minute Box in a minute.
Yeah, I wanted to hear maybe an example. You halfway through the pitch said we're doing the expertise monetization engine, and we're also leveraging. But on the other hand, we're doing this. It was more about the words and less about it wasn't a very visual pitch.
Yeah.
Right, a killer example of somebody who's used it to actually solve a problem.
Just give me a best use case.
Yeah, like hey, this person was filing their taxes.
Right.
And they didn't understand this, and it was the last minute. They went on. We got somebody on the video chat with them within 15 minutes. They answered their problem, and they did it for $25, and it just lowered their anxiety. They didn't have to get dressed and leave the house. They didn't have to worry about business hours, and it was on a global basis. So they were looking for tax information in London or Paris or Barcelona or Taiwan, whatever. So an example always helps a pitch, doesn't it? And a killer example is how you do it. And the way we advise people to do it is we say, come to us with 5 different examples. 2 or 3 that are obvious, 1 or 2 that are a little crazy.
It almost has like a professional Quora
it's like Quora for pay, but in video chat.
Not just pay, but call it like a professional service.
Yeah, skimming the cream of Quora. I mean, we had this idea with Mahalo Answers where we said, hey, we have this virtual currency. Maybe you could pay somebody for a direct question. I mean, the idea is around. There's there's some expert site online that everybody hates that charges, and it's a, $35 or $50 minimum. So anyway, is that good feedback for you, Minute Box?
We actually do that in different way. The thing is, we let our experts create time slot, so people can bid on your time to talk to you. And that'll be a way actually for you to leverage your online reputation. If let's say you have a lot of followers on Twitter or a lot of people read your blog, how do you monetize that? And we actually offer a very neat way for you to do that. And the other thing is we are going to launch a widget so you can actually embed that in your blog or even in your LinkedIn profile as an app. And we are trying to work with other online communities there. So we don't want people to come to Minibox. We want us to offer our service anywhere convenient to our users. So like a website, like a Mahalo would be perfect partner for us.
Yeah.
Things like that. Yeah.
Good. I like it a lot, and I see here some examples. Here's a guy who is a regular traveler, expert in travel and tourism, featured in Wall Street Journal. It's like an expert network, and they get to put it on their site, and people get to bid for their time, all this stuff. It's a good idea. It's going to be a lot of execution. It's going to be slow execution. It's going to be a slow build-up, but you could build, ultimately, a valuable business. Thank you, MinuteBox. Steve, let's wrap this up. Let's wrap this up. All of the, I mean, I'm assuming the other three were really good too, Steve?
Yeah, absolutely. It was a tough competition.
Yeah, it seems like a very tough competition. And so, in order to recognize UbiCab, Iconic FM, and Ad Avengers, yeah, Ad Avengers. I'm going to assume, based upon the amazing job that Steve Schofield did with this, that those three are high quality as well. And I'm going to extend the same offer, a free table at launch and free tickets. All 7 companies are coming. I'm just blown away. I'm blown away. This was an amazing episode, But of course, in life, there's first place, and then there's losing. Everybody cannot be a winner. No, of course everybody can be a winner. Everybody won today. Everybody got great exposure. It is true. It's a big open thing. It's not a zero-sum game. Somebody doesn't have to lose in order for somebody to win, except when we create and we manufacture drama, like the fact that I'm going to ask Tyler right now to give his number one. If you had $5,000 to invest in one of these companies, which one would it be?
Ooh, that's tough.
And I'm going to answer the same question.
Yeah.
Which one would you most want to? And it doesn't. I'm not asking you which one is the best.
Right.
I'm asking you which one is the best for you.
As an investment, though.
As an investment of your time and money.
But that considers lots of factors beyond the idea and the
right.
pitch.
This is because you know what, Tyler Crowley is a brand. People, it's a quixotic brand, no doubt. But what would Tyler do? WWTD. Which one, if you had the choice, all 7 came to you with the same term sheet, blah, 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 and you said, hey, I got 5 Gs, I want to just throw out one of these, and I want to be an advisor. Which one? Which one? You can think about it.
I'm actually tossing between the...
Yeah, take us through your process.
Trip rods and Y receipts.
Okay, so now you like both of those.
Yes.
And so it was very clear to you that you would pick between those 2.
Yes.
However, there's some dissonance going on. You don't know which one to pick.
Correct.
Walk me through what you love about each one.
The local expert one...
No. You pick TripBod and you pick Y receipts.
TripBod, that's what I mean, local experts.
Oh, local experts. I thought you were talking about yes, local experts.
TripBod, I like her. I think she's passionate about it. And
right, something about the entrepreneur.
I'm more about the entrepreneur on that one, and on the Y receipts is more about the idea.
Right. So you thought, hey, this guy James pitching Y receipts, a little bit
Alex.
of it. Was Alex?
Yeah, James
Alex.
Going bike.
Oh, you're right. Sorry, I wrote it down wrong. Alex. You thought, hey, Alex?
Yes.
Nice guy,
yes.
but you didn't feel like the passion as much as you felt it from.
Oh, no, it's great. It's brilliant.
Yeah, maybe it was a little whipped cream and not enough steak.
Yes.
But with TripBod,
yes.
What was her name again? I forgot her name.
I didn't get it either.
Yeah, it's cut out or whatever.
Yes.
Let's call her Susie.
Okay.
Susie from TripBod.
Yes.
What did you like about Susie? What was it? Take me through your...
She had that look that you and I know, and you see it when she's obsessed with this idea. She's committed
obsessed.
to it in her own mind. She loves it. She wakes up thinking about it and goes to sleep thinking about it. Oh, and she's all it's in her mind, yeah.
Yeah, she's a big smile and she's thrilled and she can't believe she's doing this.
And to James's point, she had the humbleness that you like to see, like on that side.
Yeah, we're just trying to build our business.
Yeah.
We're doing the best we can.
Right.
But you know what? Let's be honest. That humble nonsense is nonsense.
There's a difference between humble and being committed mentally to it.
Right. There's all in.
Right.
And then there's like the humble acknowledgement that, hey, we're all entrepreneurs. There's a greater chance we'll fail than we'll succeed.
Right.
But I got to tell you, the guys and the gals in London, I think it's like this, it's embedded in their culture to have this like mock humility. It's just like, you know what, get over yourselves, okay? You guys are just as aggressive and want to win just like everybody else. So let's forget about all of this like properness and let's be punk rock.
Yeah.
Let's be punk rock and just say like, F it, you know, God save the queen. I want to win. There's nothing wrong with winning. And I almost feel like the entrepreneurs in London are like, yes, oh, well, I'd like to win, but I don't know. I mean, if I do win, well, that would be great, but, you know, I don't. You know, it's just like, F it. You want to win. And you feel like with Tribod, they want to win. They're all in.
Yeah, I don't even know what I like about her. I don't think she's even that obsessed with winning. She's just going to do this.
She's obsessed with the idea.
She's just committed to doing it.
So, look,
I really like that about her.
And then why receipts? Take me through your.
And the why receipts. I just love that idea.
I love that idea.
I just love that.
And the execution looks good.
And his execution's looking really good.
Take me through it. What do you like about the execution? Give it to me, Tyler.
He's got the design right. He picked a good name. And when I was toying with this idea, that's not an easy to come up with a name for that one.
This is a good thing for people to understand. You keyed in on execution.
Yeah.
And it was great. It was design execution.
Yeah.
If you're building your website and you haven't made 3 or 4 different versions of what it could look like, you're doing yourself a disservice. Design matters.
Right.
The brand name matters.
Right.
And it feels like Y Receipts did the best job in that regard, even better than Tripbod.
Yep. But it's going to be, that one's going to be a real slog in terms of getting adoption.
Yeah, it's all slogging, man. Let's just face it, man. Local business is a major slog, but if you win big, as Groupon and Yelp have said. And Tripbod is also a slog. It's all a slog, man. It's hard. Being an entrepreneur is hard. That's why you need to be hardcore and punk rock.
Yep.
Okay.
That's why you need what she has, is that commit.
All right, so now you're going back and forth. You're going back and forth in your mind. You have Y Receipts, good execution. You love the space.
Yes, I want her to do.
Tribod.
I want her to do the receipt.
You want to get her to do the receipt job? All right. So, which one, Tyler? They're neck and neck. They're coming around the turn. It's the end. Here they go. Last 10 yards. Neck and neck. Oh, Tribod's ahead. Tribod's ahead.
Yeah,
okay, here comes Y Receipts. Y Receipts is ahead. Who's going to be at the finish line? The winner is?
Y Receipts.
Oh, Y Receipts wins from Tyler's perspective. All right, here I go. I'm going to do this in like under a minute. All right. Going bike, I feel like it's a good idea. It's a good entrepreneur. I think it's going to be a good business. I feel like it's not going to be a huge business. And I like huge businesses. I like large. I'm just talking about from Jason's perspective. I like businesses that can become huge. I want a business that 10 million people a month can use.
Which in Europe they could. Here,
50 million
no
people,
one rides bikes
million.
in LA.
I want the big business.
Right.
I want to have a lot of people. I want something that affects everybody.
Which is bikes in Europe.
Maybe bikes in Europe, but I feel like it's still a little bit of like a boutique passion project idea, e-commerce that I'm not so into.
But think of when we were in Japan, how many freaking bikes. I mean,
of course. Hey, what about when we were in Copenhagen?
Yes,
and there's
everywhere.
500 bikes around when not one of them's locked.
Yeah.
Anyway, I listen, they did a great job, but whatever, it's not for me. Minute box, I really like this idea, and it is sort of in my kill zone. But it's just hard to get to scale. It's hard to make it work. Y Receipts, oh my God, I love that. I love the execution just like you. And Tribod, I think I want to use it. The next time I go somewhere, I want a local person. I want somebody local to walk me around to the Louvre and take me for pain au chocolat in Paris. I want somebody to take me to the punk rock club when I'm in London. I want somebody to get me into Adam Street. I want somebody to take me and tell me, hey, this is the cool place. Where does, who's that crazy girl who, Lily Allen. That's what I want. I want Lily Allen to show me around where like, so maybe she's on Tripbod and she could donate like 10 G's to charity. And when I go, I'm a big high roller. I'll donate 10 G's to hang out with her and just go to, not like in a creepy kind of way. Like I'm married. I'm not interested in her that way. But I just think she would be fun to go out on. I mean, to dinner, to a club or two. That girl looks like fun, right?
That's a whole other business. That's called escorting.
No, I'm not talking about, you took it to the wrong place. I'm talking about I see her like on her Twitter account, I follow her. She's just having fun.
Oh, I don't follow her on Twitter, but
she's having fun on the nightly. I want to go hang out in London with somebody who's having fun.
Okay.
You know, I want to have dinner at 10 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? I want to have drinks at 11:30, 12, and then I want to hit the club at 1. That's like just like I would be in New York, like going to, you know, wherever, Bungalow 8 at 1 in the morning after having supper at 11. You know. So anyway, I just Tripod to me, I can't get it out of my brain. I just love it. It's like an Airbnb type opportunity.
Yeah.
But I do like the wire receipts because of everything you said. And I'm watching them. They're coming around the turn. I'm going Tripod. Tripod is my pick. I just can't. You know, sometimes you can't get it out of your brain.
Yeah, no, it does stick in your mind.
It's just stuck in my brain. I feel like it's Airbnb all over again.
The one you're going to remember tomorrow, I'll say this out of the two, the one that I'll be thinking of tomorrow and next week is the Tripod because it has a little more kind of novelty to it.
Thank you to all the companies that participated. Thank you to superfan Steve Schofield for putting this together. Big round of applause for Steve. Big round of applause for Steve. Thank you, London. Thank you, London. Thank you at GoToMeeting by Citrix. Thank you. Let's hear it for GoToMeeting for putting this all together. GoToMeeting. Cheer. I got GoToMeeting like a big cheer from London. I know everybody in London loves GoToMeeting. We'll see you at the launch conference. I really hope all 7 of these companies come to the launch conference. I will get them all into the VIP. One person from each company, the founder, CEO, whatever. I'm going to get them, each of them, and sneak them into the VIP party that David Sachs from Yammer's throwing. This VIP party is going to be off the chain. Sean Parker, all the Sequoia guys. I mean, it's going to be like crazy VCs and angels there. It's going to be off the chain, off the chain. Steve, any closing thoughts?
Only that I'll happily escort them to the VIP party.
Steve?
Thanks for that invite. That's great.
Steve, as a super fan, you are of course invited to the VIP party.
I'm already coming. I have my ticket. I have my flight.
All right. Well, then you don't need my invite. You're A-list in my book. Thank you, London. And we'll do this again in 90 days. I hope 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 in 90 days I get to see 7 more companies from London. And I'm coming back to London for Open Angel Forum. Let's get these companies funded as well. We'll see you all in 3 months. Take care. Great episode. Great episode. Wrap it up. We're done.
That's what it's all about, man. They said money is the root of all evil. What? Funny how it feeds my people. We ain't gonna live like equals until we get the money, spend the money, and defeat you. Yeah. Money is the root of all evil. What? Funny how it feeds my people. Yeah. We ain't gonna live like equals until we get the money, spend the money, and defeat you.